What's up, guys? It's Chellers, and welcome to a new series I'll be starting for NHL 19. Yes, today is the official release of NHL 19, and we're starting it off with a franchise mode. And we'll be doing another team, another Canadian team. We're not doing Ottawa again, even though their tire fire is getting worse and worse, especially with Carlson being traded, who is actually roster updated, so he is in San Jose. So I don't have to do any roster changes, but we're staying in Canada this time, and we will be doing the Vancouver Canucks. That's right. They are, top players is Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, and Chris Tanev. Their arena age is 23 years old. That doesn't matter. AHL Team Musica Comets. This is what we'll be going with. I was a bit iffy on Vancouver because they have a lot of good prospects, so that kind of ruins the fun of the whole rebuilding thing. But I want to stay in Canada. And I want to go with Vancouver since last season. Since NHL 18. So I just think it's me a smarter thing to do, especially now that the Pacific just got a lot harder with Pacioretty and Erik Karlsson coming to the Pacific. So it can make it a bit harder for us to actually make the playoffs. And what's interesting is that there is a fog of war in this new franchise mode. So we'll leave it on. Just so we could test it out. I'm not sure after the first season if I like it or not. I'll take it out. I'm not 100% sure. But we'll go to the quick settings. We'll be turning off injuries as well as the waivers. So fog of war on, waivers off. I think that's all I have to do, right? Period length, difficulty we'll put superstar. I don't know if that affects anything. Draft pick ownership, authentic. Yep, that should be everything. So, 25 years. We'll be doing a 10-year career for Vancouver. I know at Ottawa we did a 5-year career in NHL 18, but we're also nearing the end of NHL 18. So here we have a full year of NHL 19 to go with. So we could do Vancouver, we could do some other teams. And yeah, let's keep the salary cap on, obviously, for, realism reasons. And we'll get right into it. So, what I was thinking about doing was obviously getting a rebuild. We want to trade away some of our veterans right off the bat to make our team as bad as possible. And also, I have added some players into the game, like Brady Tkachuk, who even though he has an entry-level contract, he's still not in the game yet because he hasn't played an NHL game. I added Quentin Hughes, Jack Hughes for the first overall pick this year. I added Oliver Wahlstrom, and I added Cale Makar from Colorado. So those are the main additions I added. I don't think I added anyone else. So here we go. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at team status rebuilder. We'll look at our contracts and look at our prospects to see what we have to work with. Starting off with centers, we have Bo Horvat, who will be the captain. We'll name him captain probably either this episode or next episode. Depends if I remember. But he is 23 years old, medium top 6 potential. And the thing with the fog of war was, if you guys notice right now, if you look at the underneath where it says overall and role and potential, there's those little binoculars in the 4 bars. Right now, that means that the 4 bars means that it's 100%. That's what he is. And when you have less bars, it's less accurate. So if you get a guy, let's say there's a guy that's 82 overall, but he has 1 bar and a grayed out binocular, it means it's most likely not that overall. The same with the potential and the role. And if you look down here, you see the same thing, the binoculars with the player type and the puck skills, the in-game stats. You see his contract, $5.5 million for 5 years. Good contract for an 85 overall, especially as young, so he could grow maybe to an 87. We have him for a long time. Again, 5 years, so that's half of our GM mode. Sam Gagner, who, he probably doesn't have that much value, and he has 2 years left on his contract. I don't think we could trade him for anything. Jay Beagle, who he recently signed, who Jim Benning actually signed, this year. Marcus Granlund, who's an RFA after this year. 79 overall, 25 years old. He's probably not going to grow anymore. We have Brandon Sutter. This is a contract I want to get rid of. 3 years at $4.3 million. Just clear some extra cap space for that. Tim Schaller, $1.9 million. We'll just leave that there. Look at in the system, we have Elias Pettersson, who is listed as a depth forward, so I might consider leaving him in the minors for 1 year. He does have NHL stats, looking at his shooting and his puck skills. But again, I'm just not... If he's listed as depth forward and 78 overall, I'd rather have him in a good in a good AHL team. Adam Gaudette, medium top 9 forward, 74 overall, 21 years old. He could grow a good amount, be a third line center for us potentially. He has his entry level deal with 2 years left. We have Caro, nothing. We have Jonathan Dahlin. So here's I'm a bit surprised because apparently he's supposed to make the NHL this year and he's only at 65 overall according to EA with medium top 6 potential. So he could grow, but it'll be later on, probably like year 3, year 4, he'll actually make the team. So that's going to be interesting for him. And LaPlante, so nothing there. So we have Pedersen as a prospect and Jonathan Dahlin, and Gaudette's like a medium prospect we could have. So our centers are pretty good for the future. Like, I don't think we have to worry about a good center. Left wings, you have Sven Berchi, 82 overall, 25 years old. That's not bad. Medium top 6 potential. He could still grow maybe to an 83, 84. He's a decent contract for if he grows to his potential. Then we have Louis Eriksson, who's a contract I want to trade away. He's 82 overall, which I think is a bit too high for him. And $6 million for 4 more years. That is way too much for 82 overall being paid that much. Leipzig, 79 overall, 24 years old. Decent depth guy. Antoine Roussel, another decent depth guy. We could consider trading him since he has 4 years left on his contract at $3 million. Brendan Gaunce, nothing special. Telemann, nothing special. In the system, nothing special. We have Gadjovic, who's 65 overall, 19 years old, as a medium top 9 forward. We might need a left wing to draft. That might be a priority. Right wing, however, we have Brock Besser, 85 overall, 21 years old, medium elite potential. So this is our stud. This is our number 1 guy, and he already wants a contract extension. $6.3 million for 3 years. So we'll consider getting this done maybe either this episode or next episode. I'm curious to see if the 85% trick works, because I might consider doing that for this gem mode since it's the first one. Goldobin and Vertanen, nothing special, both medium top 9 forwards. In the system, we have Cole Lynn, medium top 6 forward, 66 overall, 19 years old. So this is not bad. This is a good prospect to have. So right wings, I think we're pretty good. Maybe one more like medium top 6 right wing. But so far, left wing is definitely a priority. On defense, so we have Chris Tanev, who I'm going to consider keeping. You know, he's a defensive defenseman, right-handed. 84 overall. He has a good contract for his overall for only 2 more years though. Edler, I might consider trading, especially that he doesn't want an extension. And he's 32 years old, doesn't fit our plan. So yeah, I think Edler might be on the trading block. Ben Hutton, not a bad prospect. He's an RFA though, so we could still keep him. Sorry, not prospect, he's a guy, not a bad player. Dalzado, who I want to trade away if it's possible. Pouliot, he's nothing special, honestly. And Stetcher as well, nothing special. In the system, however, we have Quentin Hughes, Eric Goodbranson. Oh, Eric Goodbranson, he's in the minors. Oh, that's interesting. For being paid $4 million, he's in the minors. Quentin Hughes, this is our defensive stud. 72 overall, medium elite potential, and I created him. So he has good. I made him really good offensively, but really bad defensively. You're looking at his defensive stats: 3 stars, physical 2.5 star. His shooting is really bad. I just made his puck skills as well as his skating pretty good. So he will be the. Oh, he's a UFA. I just realized. Oh, that's not a good thing. All right. I'll figure that out after. Who's McKenny? Nothing special. We have Oli Ulevi, medium top 4D. So he's not a medium elite anymore like in the past NHLs. 20 years old, 70 overall. He could still grow. He could still become good. He will be playing in the minors this year for us, as well as Quentin Hughes. I'm a bit surprised. I guess I should have given him a contract. Oh, it's okay. If anything, I'll just redo the thing. You just know the players we have. Jet Wu, medium top 4D. 63 overall, 18 years old. This is actually a pretty good prospect. We're not going to sign him yet because he's only 63 overall. And that's it. So we need maybe another good D. Another good left wing. Like that's our main priority for the draft. But looking at our main roster, you know, we are not like let's look at our forwards, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like our 5 best players, like our 5th best player is 80 overall, and after that it's just 79 and under. So we do not have that star power, and the same on defense. Half our players are 80 plus, the other half is below 80. So we need a bit more star power, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. On goalies, we have Jacob Markstrom, who's an 82 overall. He could be a backup as his role. Yeah, backup is his role. But we'll have to roll with him in Anders Nilsson. But in the system, we have our stud, Thatcher Demko, 79 overall. He's listed as a backup goalie, so I might consider playing him. Again, I'm not too sure. He wants a contract. How much does he want? Okay, so this guy's gonna grow because he wants 1 year at 2.4 million, but at 8 years he wants 9 million. So he's for sure gonna be growing to maybe a 90 overall. So that's a great start. We have Michael DiPietro, another good prospect to have as a goalie, medium starter. Yeah, so that's our roster, our depth chart, and our players. So what I'm gonna do now is actually show you guys a new scouting system. So if you go to assign scout, we don't have one scout anymore. We actually have a max of 20 scouts. And basically what we have to do is you have to scout like the NHL, the AHL, as well as the junior leagues. So we have guys that scout in all the NHL teams, so the Pacific, Metro, Atlantic, and Central, each division. Then we have a guy in Finland, a guy in the USA East, a guy in the WHL. We have 4 AHL guys to scout the AHL, OHL, USA Central, Extra Liga, I believe that's Czech Republic, SHL, Russia, and the QMJHL. So right off the bat, I think we should be upgrading a scout. Yeah, like the WHL scout. Like this guy, he's a B-. We want to have like an A for each place. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll actually fire him right away. Now we'll go pick options to hire a scout. Loads, we put all regions, we put WHL. And now we'll just look at a nice cheap one. A cheap young one. This guy's 30 years old. He is a A-. Can we find an A+? He's an A. Okay, so Kovalchuk. Elia Kovalchuk, not Ilya. Rita, A-. There you go. So this guy here, Graham. So he wants $82,000 for 2 years. If we give him more, does it say anything? No. Okay, we'll just give him 2 years. So now we have a good, he should accept it right away, and we should have a good WHL scout. Anyone else? Probably, everything else here is A, right? B- for Extra Liga. Maybe we should get an Extra Liga. Yeah, we'll fire him again in Extra Liga. So, fire. Or we could get, we have 5 more slots. Well, 4 more slots after this. No, sorry, we have 3 more slots after this. So we could get other guys. So Europe, let's get a nice cheap one. There we go, 32 years old, Extra Liga, A. Okay, can I find another? Okay, no, he's the best. 40 years old, A+. Alright, so we'll get extra. This guy here, he's A+ in the Extra Liga. And we'll also look for a guy that's in the DEL. So this guy got in the DEL. Because right now we have a guy in Russia. We have SHL, we have Liga. So that's good. We have Russia, Sweden, Finland. We have the USAs, we have the CHLs. I think, yeah, let's get the DEL guy. So this guy was an A in the DEL. Is there anyone else? Let's go with this guy. He's the cheapest one available. So there you go. So we have our scouts now. When we send them in a couple days, they should be all good. They should accept the contract. So let's just see. Are we missing anything? We have all 4 AHLs, right? Yeah. USA Central. We have a USA East. USA East. We don't have a USA West. So we'll get a USA West right now. And that should be the last scout we're getting. Okay, USA. Again, look for a nice cheap one. That's young. There you go. USA West, A+. Perfect. So there you go. 4 years even. That's gonna be a nice long time. And that should be everything. So we'll leave that aside now. And the great thing about scouting is, like the other years, we will be getting notifications every however weeks we set the scouts to reassign them. The way it's set up now is actually that the computer does it for you automatically, and they scout like each place, so you could get a lot of good prospects in this thing. I've done in a past one with Boston because Boston's my favorite team, so I want to do it with them. But I had Fog of War off, so that's why I've been new to the Fog of War. And I've seen a lot of good prospects that I was able to draft. So seeing that maybe might be a good thing for us. We have a lot of trade chips in the future when our team is a contender. So we'll go into the proposed trade. We'll show you guys the trade values of all our players. So looking at this, so Besser is our highest valued one alongside Pedersen and Quinton Hughes. These guys are our cornerstones. These guys are not getting traded at all. We have an offensive D, a really good center, and a sniper winger. We have Bo Horvat. He's about half value, maybe a bit less. Tanev, who I'm interested in keeping. Yolevi, Colin, Dalin, Wu, Edler. So Edler is one I want to get rid of. He has a decent amount of trade value. So we could get a good prospect with him, probably packaged with something else. Pouliot, we could trade. I'm not sure yet. Eriksson, he has not bad trade value for his contract, so that's pretty good. Gagne, we could trade. I think that's it, right? No, there was one more. Del Zotto doesn't have much trade value. Beagle, no. Sutter, yeah, Sutter has no trade value. Okay, so I mean, in the next episode, we might consider trading away Louis Eriksson as well as Sam Gagne right off the bat. And when I was telling you guys about the potentials and all that, how the overalls might be a bit off, let's just go to a random team right here. Let's go to like Detroit. And as you can see, see Joseph Valeno. He's listed as a medium elite with 70 overall. But actually, you see how the binoculars are grayer and there's only 2 bars next to the binoculars? That means that it's not guaranteed that he's a 70 overall. He could be lower, it could be higher, we're not sure. The same with his potential, same with his role. Potential is a bit more accurate, so like it says medium elite, but it's 3 bars, which is not perfect, but it's more accurate. So it could be either medium top 6, low elite, medium elite, high elite. It's in that range. And there's a lot of this for other guys. So there's like Cholowski, and there's other teams also. Like we'll look at like Nashville, let's say. Like we know Roman Josi, everyone knows how good he is. So that's why he's exact everything, because we all know how good Josi is, as well as Subban. But then a player like Kevin Fiala, he's only 3 bars on each one. So he's an 84 overall medium elite, but he could end up being like an 80 overall medium top 6. So the trade value could also vary. When looking, you see like maybe if we overpay for Kevin Fiala, and then when we end up scouting him, he's a medium top 6, his value drops to like half. So we just wasted like so many assets for him. So the scouting has a much more crucial role this year than in the past. But if we don't like it, I could just turn off the Fog of War eventually, like in the second year, if anything. But I want to go to 1 year with the Fog of War, because it's a new thing, it's a new feature. I want to try it out, and it could be really interesting to the game. I know in Eastside Hockey Manager they have a Fog of War, and it makes the game really interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else to look at? The captains. Let's make Bo Horvat the captain right off the bat, huh? So get rid of the alternate and assign captaincy for Bo Horvat. Now, should make anyone else assistant. We have Edler and Tanev. That's it. Okay, so it's good. Edler, Tanev are the assistants. Bo Horvat is the new captain of the Vancouver Canucks. So that's a pretty big milestone for Bo Horvat. 23 years old, becomes the captain. The Sedins retire. Oh, and also one thing about the players I completely forgot to mention was that since today, Zetterberg unfortunately announced his retirement. Because he was still in the game, I actually lowered his overall to like 50, so he wouldn't be used. I think if I go to the bottom, there he is right here, Zetterberg. So I lowered his overall all the way down, I think it's 50 overall. Just so he doesn't play for Detroit or even the minors, because he's considered to be retired now. He's going to be placed on long-term injury reserve, I believe. So again, very sad to see Zetterberg retire. 37 years old is pretty old, but he still had a few miles left in him. But again, his back, his injuries caught up to him. Is there anything else to talk about? The lines, of course. Look at the lines. That's a pretty crucial part right there. So let's go to the edit lines. And actually, a thing about this is that this is a lot smoother. It's a lot faster, the loading time, than the past NHL, as well as simulation. So first line, Horvat, Besser are staying. Berchi, I'm pretty sure, is going to stay there also. Gagne and Eriksson could be traded, so we might have to bring up like Roussel and Beagle to play that role. Goldobin, Virtanen, I mean, they're both pretty much interchangeable. On defense, we have Edler and Tanev. Again, Edler could be on his way out, so we can move up Ben Hutton, Troy Stetcher's here. Nothing impressive. Again, our team is really bad. Our depth actually isn't that bad, but again, our highest rated player is 85 overall in everything. We only have two 85s and an 84. So we don't have that. We don't have those two 90 overall guys on each side. Like, you know, like, we're missing a lot. And we're listed as rebuilders, so we have to do our best to do bad. Our best to do the worst. That's what our goal is for this first season. Hopefully not like Ottawa, where we made the playoffs and Karlsson was an absolute dominator. But no, I wanna try and go for Jack Hughes. You know, I know. Oh, and that's another thing, Jack Hughes. Let's go to the draft class. So Jack Hughes in the game. Getting Jack Hughes obviously for the first overall pick would be amazing, and our center core would be absolutely stacked. But looking at other guys like this guy Blanchard or, you know, Hutchings, I don't know any of these guys. Like, none of them are scouted yet. Kirby Dak, I don't know his faceoffs, but he could be a winger. Capo Caco. You know, there's a lot of guys we could get with our top 5 pick. Preferably the first overall pick, we're obviously going for Jack Hughes. But if we don't have it, I'm not too mad. You know, we get a nice defenseman, a nice winger. So we're good on that. Anything else? I mean, I'm trying to make this video long, but there's not much else left, right? Roster moves, no. Progress reports, strategies, captains, no. Scouts are good. Oh, that's another thing. Player search also. So if you remember in the PS3 and Xbox 360 NHLs, in GM mode, you can actually search like to put like what you wanted. So let's say I wanted a forward. We'll put any role. Let's say I want a prospect that has like medium elite potential. So 17, 20 years old, we'll give him 4.5 star, which is medium, which is elite to franchise, which is 5 star. We'll put medium, and here we go. We have like Austin Matthews. You know, we have a bunch of guys. We don't have to like look through every team. We can just look through this, which actually makes it a lot easier for us if we're looking for some prospects. So it actually makes it a lot simpler. Which I don't know why they took it out in the first place. It was such a great thing in NHL in GM mode in the PS3 and Xbox 360. But yeah, so I think that'll be it for this episode. We'll look at some free agents just before it ends. Anything big, Camilleri, any prospects, like younger guys? No. Alright, well that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. We just did a little roster breakdown. The next episode we'll be doing some simulating, which I'm really excited for. Maybe some trades, some roster moves. So leave a like if you liked the video. I'll be posting more content. Probably on Monday will be the next episode. Subscribe for some more, and I'll see you guys soon.